I'm saying for Chamu at the Bass Uncle for Radio, you may be a day or Derek. May war a reshimu say, Yawe Biano, a coso, a mao, pepe. Hopefully, in your background and you know, which me at it. And yes, I did a technical problem. We will go through it and then get our show done. Anyway, and then Monday do I know what say na idi nkomo afa Sika sem ho. And into baby I will be anywume bia no mechiao and then I Monday the fan say ya baba be di Sika sem ho nkomo. And into baby I will be ano mechiao anwumre. Thank you for always joining us and joining the crew and contributing as much as you always do. And into ichiam that must say Monday in your moma yankomo no enye kwa ne mom ene mo na ebo enkomo eninchi come home mini maybe I but I had the idea as sign eninchi me mawajo minim say baby for ade achemo eninchi mo ade achemo me mawache se munya bre amaye na yenemo enyina AD Jumedi, it is you that we are doing the show for. So share the link, like the link, and then let's promote good business. Come on, no be and then a first kasamon kwa first kasamon kwa it's that kind of show. Maybe I will be just hopefully you can tell call a friend and so spread the word na omo ombetimi etie dwumadi omontimi entie bi omo so entimi entie ne so o share o the link na omo eche omunyamra na omo etie mesre and if is I get a lot of I can say show suggestions say na nkofo here information b almost pese medeto abonten eda juada semetinasia I will neametimi ede ato anase ne emre be mami ho kwa mami ede ato information ame esemede ema no ni na ebe ma o ni esese me catchel ewe chire because some of it is not meant for the listening public not just say ayenisa montiase emayen se ni papa mu anti na ayenisa me pese we have to structure the conversation and have the conversation where we need to have the conversation and not just be putting information out in the wrong environment. And I say, baby, it's not meant for. It's not meant for. And information so I can't say me and yet BB nemum. Again, we still have to be measured in niade air to and from if you say unim nia wotie and again nia enkomo na ye bono madwuni mu menkora adwuni mu de pese ehho ba obi amfaso right my listeners know it true pese ehho timi eba amfaso and we try as much as we can to give you the best that we can give you and as we do our best to give you all the things, the information that you need, and just putting out the right information. A bit to me, abwa yina any tea mokame home a Jordan you may say a boss uncle we are and then I am actually driving blind. Men shada and yes sure the platforms are everything can made it my spread it my share show no but I'm hoping say nipa bi and sabeka because I know say I'm having a few technical difficulties here but we can the show must go on, so the show will go on as much as we always do any tea for mama yenka monka me ho na ene yemfa information no emrel any tea medama say Auntie Josephine michia onwumre medama say ebri nyina no okay ho ma yedi jumedi ayedi it is I kind of say it's such a blessing to always have ardent listeners omutie obusia moma yen share dwumadi na se ene menwum no mentimi emmo ma ya emma enti no se ama monfa encheme but the show must go on enti ebedi enkomo me won some mfua bebre a me pese your boss so to enti no in a way I'm kind of happy say side shows bebre embemu enyomo enema na be din say ye kasa constantly straight 2 hours no me sure say me aye but we'll see we'll see how it goes and we will just deal with it as it comes anyway yen shase and then say we share business news IMF for any Ministry of Finance for etnase and the information etoye na and omo joint conference. Now the joint conference, information never be omo to no. Me bo bi so last week. Can say me be last week. Na say de bia no nkomo na ye di no nia enokre and these things just come to confirm in some way yeka if you say in some way yeka no enye no credit not just say it's not to be trusted but juma way matun ho si ho say mema wo information eye krogen intro maybe intro bosire muka bibia enye ni nyina so me pese me nka ho asem eni nti no minimu a meka cho so minim eni nti ni amede beto outside say meka ho asem no de believe it or not it is coming from a very credible source, right? So it's not I kind of say bushim kakra information into no. Say I'm the kind no oko na utie Ministry of Finance for IMF director Stefan and Bank of Ghana governor Governor Addison information on the toya na just one they are confirming in somewhere near and they took time to explain say semunumu sania obia betiasie and I think most people, especially the media men and they kind of appreciate information na de ema no and into ɛbɛtoa so na pɛ sɛ meyi ɛno firi hɔ mete saa information no ɛfiri hɔ from Bank of Ghana ɛne Ministry of Finance for nkɔmmɔ a wɔbɔɔ no no because so call business dailies ni mu a peace online a ɔmo ka asɛm a ɛsi wɔ press conference ni mu call graphic ɔmo ka the same issue happen wɔ press conference hɔ nti no city business and some almost somebody almost from whole channel one or say BBC. They also again talking about the same issues. So me sure say be different. Graphic online is giving us the same information. GNA Ghana News Agency. Ghana News Agency, and so the same information, and aba. I'm hoping, sir, in kakra we will get this. We'll get this information out, which I am very sure, sir, it will be beneficial to all. Now, one, according to the Minister for Finance, again, I'll confirm, say, $4.4 billion of almost debt forgiveness. There was, in his words, a 37% haircut. Now, anyway, a juma in two ways. Now, say you defer payment from 2023 a womu till time on fee IMF program nim and in say ufi IMF program nimwa sa time no ena aban no be hyase na wetua I kind of saying any of the loan payments, no, any interest in your ma was in no. Sa time no na buy no ebe shasye etua saskano up till then ne dear it's a moratorium just a brew the amount say momuntua bibia emfa a car a dahono, and I'm talking about the bilateral agreement and a multilateral agreement, which is the Eurobonds, and in Kronkra Hura Ghana Ediomoka. Last week, to me, I think in all, no, it is around Nabako, the bilateral agreement between country and country, Nekano and a number 5 billion. So we'll share Eurobond and na it was shro kakra. The Eurobond was I want to say in the 10 billion and now say 11 billion, oh baby, bringing it all up to about 15 or 18 billion dollars assembly and the creditor committee what they did, they say they agreed, say Ghana should not again start paying till they come out of the IMF program, which is going to be 2026, and also a discounted idea, and I say debt forgiveness of 4.4 billion. Now, all in all, Ghana be save around $10 billion in the whole transaction. Now, we say then Ghana save 10 billion, simple. Share interest rate Ghana and at the Eurobond market, omukoya omukrekra. Doduona no ewosoro. There's a 7.8%, 8.13%, 6.38%, 7.8%, 7.75, 10%, 8.13, and then ekeka ho. It be a zero mo baako a zero. Na ne woman say say no omo just and some call for debt restructure no. Instead of say ombetua sad varying different interest rates na me wo boss no. You see in the flat 5% into across the board no 5% on all the loans no margin no interest rate that's so 5%. First no it be a 10%, it be a 8%, it be a 7% in your account. But and then no my restructuring now man 5% into and no and the savings no abemu no into my main fa very simple number na me hwese metimi atras e de atras ya Jemfani say my bo besia efi bank at $100,000 $100,000 efi bank bi ho bank no Jimmy annual pachotia samo bank no Jimmy annual interest of 10%. Annual interest of 10% no near chere say every year biano principal na 100,000 idea metua on maturity time bond no ebe mature no. But every year biano me interest a me de mama bank no metua ma bank no $10,000. Na we na aban no ekoye any omokoye ne renegotiation no omo 10% no about 5%. Enti nchirase wo mu ne se anka afibia no esesa buying carry sika $10,000. Me example na mema which is $100,000 besiano. Esesa buying carry sika $10,000 na onka kutua interest keke ewo 100,000 or so. Because again 100,000 no a principal no because of say coupon into it will be paid at maturity. Now sa 10,000 and kubitua na fibiano and then no, because of debt restructuring into no only move up 5%, which means you have $5,000 per year and into no ama no no instead of so bit you 10,000 or you have 5,000 input omo restructuring as some can say anka as a senka o shasi etua 5,000 no ABR afie womi 2024 and 2023 enti because of say OIMF program into no ye differ amount start to 2026 and into 2024 2025 sa 10,000 10,000 anka ordinarily anka buying be every year biano abani intua sa 10,000 no nemum obesha say tua 5,000 in 2026 on the interest no. Now we and aban no fa no ho adwen say one again information in your fee press conference no which was Ghana time 12 o'clock and into na anopa US time in your fee a press conference ni mu and say aban na adwen say Sika na all save no either say or did be ebeto near friend a sinking fund because a sinking fund futuo aban futuo mu a oditua naka intino bibi say instead of say bi anka metua 10,000 afimu next year metua $10,000 no or the 20 obetimi and yes obey nemo betimi de 20,000 ato ho in the foot nim send a bay do time o tua 5,000 na obenya sika tua na sempo do time o tua $100,000 ne back obenya sika tua enti sana nchase tie. So there's been a relief, right? So in simple terms, that's all the information a fee press conference in about again. I don't want to dwell on this too much because it was a very elaborate press conference. In some brain or mokanye na new here yɛn a yɛwɔ akwantuo mu n'apɔso ɛna mabɔ ama wɔn no ne yɛkeka ho bi a ɛbaa yɛn mfiafia ho bi a ɛbaa yɛ keka ho no IMF for release the third tranche of IMF Sika no the third tranche no ɛnɛ ɛna wɔn release yɛ which is almost 300 and something million, excuse me, 300 and something million dollars, $360 million. And into so far, ama IMF scanner bano to do no our margin mienu dada. First two no 600 million into you see 1.2 million, right? Billion. 1.2 billion. And now we have our home to 1.6 billion number no total no near GFM no IMF loan na omoji no 3 billion. Now we na me obi edin komo and na me ka say normally nkomo didi na ni edi no na oka bibi say IMF eba ukromu na omno sign contract it doesn't go in your favor, and for the most part MWOW and into of course say anka ono de nkwana dream mu a na ankenye se Ghana signing with IMF for sa Sika, which again ordinarily menene ya adwene nanso nia abane ye in this IMF ne say conditions na omokoye no abane no edi ni program into economic development program abane designing on one economic development program and odema IMF say and no person di ye adwuma IMF review economic development program no na omadwini mu no eye ade a ebetimi aboa kuro nu amana akonanim and IMF nso pempi ni nansen no they've been getting a bad name, bad rep, and into no omunya bibi say ya ebetimi aka so okay mo and amose mo pese mo ye say ABCD and into no sanko yi amuntimi mfa mbehye IMF say IMF now say I say more economy no, and into again it gives IMF some form of protection and into almost approve na program no obete say pempi no omo eboso omo friend PC PEG post COVID program of economic growth NAPC PEG no NAPC PEG no, and into with that no sa program laying out no niema baako mienu bi aye ne se ama ban no a tighten policies ni bia ordinarily aban nka onye which niema bi anka bebo aban no a onim se oye bebo no but ordinarily nka onye but we ne buy no omo yes omo call IMF no the restrictions abemu say mo anyesi a ye anyesi mo anyesi a ye mamusi mo anyesi a mamusi and nti ne akoba ne say ahye omo keten say niema bi loss bi any niema bi so omo de to na akwan mu no omo mfanto and for the last 3 IMF reviews, right? Some about o pass review now. Excuse me, 2. First one no, to approve the program no, and omoma Sika first 6 billion. No. Now second one no, pass a review and benchmarks be near maybe as I say a buy no make us a buy now. I'm speaking mostly on the fiscal side and sometimes on the monetary side. I can't say monetary side. A near my Bank of Ghana for year and a fiscal side, no, a Ministry of Finance for and and then maybe as some the two mu maybe as I say a bino etimi a share or the call parliament no mutimi approve and maybe as some the two to na and no and now what that has done they say before COVID, which is 2020, first quarter 2020, your growth, projected growth for the year, COVID. Now, first quarter growth in COVID, 2020, and sana COVID never hitting a BBR form. It was above 4%. Now, after COVID hitting, Ghana first quarter growth of 4% to that. But this year, after some year, I'm signing for IMF no. You first quarter growth of 4.7%. GDP growth as I'm making. Now, the year who crown so ne say in pain no na growth side no and I say GDP growth na ne ye hu no na ye service say bia banking your 3 sectors and a war you can say economy your primary sector, the secondary sector, and then the tertiary sector. The tertiary sector and your services say be obi phone services and our banking services and as all to be more near and a friend saying service sector no na growth in the world. But and then 4.7 growth no near say 4.7 growth no baby a sorry kesiye manufacturing side no na so manufacturing side grow more and into your manufacturing and agriculture sector no grow more than the service sector. The service sector grew as well, but the service sector is not the driving force. Now sunset service sector na driving force in aboa ama near direction as a second chronocono etimiako even PPI production a year by year from kind of saying Ghana Statistical Service for last data producer price and your producer price inflation by for May 23.6%. April, now 20%. Is again pointed in the right direction, right? It's pointed in a right direction. Hopefully, we can temper it down a bit, but it's not as bad as it could have been. And I'm hoping, sir, in Kakrakra, we will get to the direction in Pempenso and as be SSC call. Na itimi ekoso. Now, minya ba Esther from Pong was sending me a message be on Facebook. Mama Michelle, member host here. Or say, bino scanning the amano no. What is the government going to be doing with the money? What project is it for? Enti sa I'm hoping say I am a fusikano. Say I am a Sika dia for budget support, which is the 360 million for budget support because abino this year I imagine say hold line on the budget, they will not overexpend, and they want to keep expenditure, deficit, budget deficit below 5%. Now, from press conference, information about and said we may, for the first time in so many, me cry them in kaida kra me ebiana ese me go back kosher me economics books me kaida inya surplus budget da e Ghana, but this year from IMF coordinator and asema can say it is possible say this year yebenya a surplus budget, which again will be the first time that I'm hearing of it. Again, me share my numbers anymore. I say, BB or hope there, but so far, I don't remember ever hearing Ghana surplus budget. Normally it's a deficit budget or nature say your expenditure line baby ye Sika no ye taxes ne revenue ne niema beba bank kakra no na your expenditure no scanner ye di no ye di tua ketua adwumayefo aketua ye di tua friends and loans servicing loans ne capital capex capital expenditure ne niema no ema ye expenditure no de bia na bro ye revenue so and I say ye receipts no so and Ghana's always run a deficit budget, but and then for the first time me TBB ye will June mu and July any other start July and say Ghana ends this year with a surplus. It will be surprising, especially being that we are in an election year, and again, I'm hoping. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed on that. Now, the other loans, multilateral loans, bilateral loans, now already chain in there. Do one a project in Ghana. So what Ghana and saying project BTC PTC, Sino Hydro deal no, Sika no assign ababium. And into Kumasi Airport and a crowd and now our first flight, first flight a fee international flight a fee nungwa ye interchange kasibi ewo and no stall and there are other a friend saying projects be a stall here, but no assign a bium so far near minimum no GOG DNA and because GOG a government of Ghana DNA or no area Uchia Canada and no nyai na near bilateral a year na especially China for a cremu any folks that were on the Paris Club no eka hone there. So project no do na no ejai na omoka say unless say the loan number number approval no, it has to be by end 2022 December 2022 no and no and I'll say remember that we didn't pay our debts. Yes, I mean again, it's part of the agreement. Restructure program. No, that's what it is. But debt restructure program. That's what it is. So, mame emfa ensi hansa. Bamwa minim say our question and answer. Oh, we be up so can.
Question I'm want to say when the balance the EBM my surplus be about.
What's say?
When I say balance be surplus be
I didn't you?
so they say this year no one the balance one angasa ade.
The balance then.
One budget.
So again.
And yes, surplus be what could you be saying the balance of budget? How come we to put to agree and say a surplus?
Well, if engineer, one of the things are now a car IMF, honest conditionalities in a set raise tax levels, no, from baby and one, which was the 2%, I think it's 2%, 12%, all the way up to about 18%. So far, numbers are almost published here for the second quarter, no, first quarter but second quarter numbers are almost published here, no. It look like say it was sure fine and with information and a buyer and IMF scan kwane bane there's Garrett program skebia meaning so onim Garrett program World Bank for skebia omode eba. And then there is another tranche of money that should happen after the next meeting. I think in 3 months or something. Next month, in 3 months. So much meet milestones now. Sign a release amount of money. No? And then there is the syndication loan in November. Again. Let's just hope we say there will not be any budget overruns, but there hasn't been, so I'm not sure how that will happen.
Now, and yet with no strings attached. Interested because
interesting.
What's your interest rate to the cost?
There is an interest rate to come from. Just so far, interest rate to come from. Yeah, so far our interest rate has been going down. I mean, the easiest way to use to check it is the 91-day treasury bill. No, from beginning of the year, near 29%, and I'll be 24%.
But you say on a call, Burkina Faso so common loan.
Loan.
What you say?
Burkina loan.
Also on you.
IMF for. Send it. It's a dependent a friend saying who interest rate on the amount.
I didn't know. It comes with a price.
Oh yeah, of course. Now say your friend saying yeah, Joe 5%. Say 5% in a price. Say fine, Joe. Anna.
I don't think the truth and on the camera.
Well, where's the truth not there? Okay.
Conditions will have demanded.
Setting.
You have to meet this. Oh, you have to meet this commitment. You have to meet this standard and sana.
No, PC peg no. Until I share that boy no so no. There's the PC peg no, right?
Yeah.
And the PC peg no. Fortunately, a young program. What I say? A post recovery program. When we say strangely enough, 2021, a Biden decided say on Euro bond 2022, even before even who said Russia Ukraine bubble. Why? Because in 2021, a Biden nyasa 0% coupon rate, you know. And I think it gave them the longest bond at 0% for 40 years. What I say? There's a loan waha or the other than yeah, 2% and I say 5%. So that's it.
Yeah.
Now normally no near a buy no how money say they had initially no Euro bonds now normal general. It was a short-term loans into over than no naba. What I say? Necessary loans if you there wasn't room to maneuver. What I say? So when you say long term we are loan then you know say be infant 10% method dying. Na you omdano hanoma a dan ebi a cost be $500,000. Yes, you amount 2 years is fetua, and I say amount 3 years fetua. So that's it.
Aha. I didn't know. Only a hair crown or horn mouse only flow to be there, but 0% interest.
Oh yeah.
One of the bank mail was about 0%.
Yeah.
There's a catch.
Of course.
There's a catch.
Of course.
They know say you won't be able to make it.
I said it.
Time not done credit card.
Thank you.
Pay about 80%. Now 20%. What do I say?
Yeah.
And trap. If we did on this,
well, again, I to say I unsay I'm a friend no debt depend and call 4 years and say
debt restructure another.
I say I'm friend debt restructure. You credit card depend consolidation me wa. Say and no say no. Omutimijo credit card they be 22% was so 18%, 16%, 30% in normal consolidating in amount. Now back from to be 5% and 6% amount. The only thing a woman say, untimi use credit card nibium. Inti eka say enkodi credit card no Sika name be disciplined at you. So I say we guy papa mu anambwa.
Everybody I say about say and you're free.
Oh, again, be anyway free. Me there, I don't ever think that we're ever going to get anything because they shouldn't give us anything for free.
Okay.
Because here you fit a more developed country, no. So when you try per capita income of $1,000 a year now, you are no longer considered a low income, a developing country. So that's it. Yeah, middle income. They say 2,800 or 2,000 something. In Tieno, they say you need soft loans are Okodia, Yamao, I can say Yamao 2% and 3%. And then you call the big boys now. Ubia edge, I can say Ubia the shoot trim. Anyway, Mami miss awesome because Mbesa Mikasa Samu and Sana Matwaso. What a petroleum hub Omobey or a Jumoro no. What was him?
There we went to once.
Okay, in 2017, Omo say Omo person Omo ye Omo Magana ye a petroleum hub, right?
For West Africa.
Okay.
For West Africa, and for Ghana.
For Africa actually, and I bet beyond Africa anyway. Because once a baby Ghana you want.
Yeah.
We are located in a very good location. They happen to do and say African countries no. Some of them have drill I can't say but refineries, right? And also more refineries in also. And you know, do no di omo petrol echo Rotterdam. And I say Saudi.
Yeah.
What I say? Now no person mo here with a petroleum hub and they say I to say GIPC and I say one of these hubs are Ebeboa ama all the oil refineries in our area mu hono Ebeba Ghana. The entire Ebeboa like my idea ne say I don't know a woman ne say so bia the oil Ghana Baba refiner.
Yeah.
And the capacity no more channel. They are looking at a capacity of I think it's 900,000 liters, right, per day.
Yeah.
900,000 liters per day. Now, I'm being in 3 phases. And I do and yeah, buying the didn't see cash in because the government don't want to do that. There's an act. Oma pass act on
the government can afford.
Well, I don't even think that because it's a $60 billion project, $60 billion project. There's no way I omit me. But So they are trying to structure themselves. Now, I didn't want to make but last week, me who improvement and as me who real sign for me me decide way ever because almost keka no na me share them who concrete action be so that I say me almost started to 2017 now last week yeah almost signing almost first phase no first phase for what would be an obetumi call just online petroleum hub development corporation so a phdc dot gov.gh nti wokɔ so a saa information a mede tuo nyinaa no wɔ hɔ wokɔ youtube a information a mede tuo nyinaa no wode type Ghana petroleum hub ɛbɛba ama wobɛhu nsɛm a meka nyinaa nti last week no omunya first tranche of Sika started first phase no, which is $12 billion, right? Now it's a consortium. It's a consortium.
Yeah.
The projection is say they will hire around NIPA over 780,000 in Crawford. That's the projection.
Workers.
Yes. So we are now. No woman say. Tomorrow. Western region. Western region. Omaji Asase over 20,000 acres. I think that's the size of it. Okay. It's a huge parcel of land. Omaji. Now, no more work takradia name womo because the death insuo numu I can say insuo na wo takrade no in big maritime terms shallow kakra enye deep sa but so call Jomoro side now you get up to about 25 meters from 15 meters to about 25 meters meaning say huge shipping vessels betimi abetho adoko wo honomo like it's a good location and inti ba mo minim say sade wehu say bia wo friends saying Baltimore and I say unam New Jersey Turnpike ne so a oko New York ubon say unsani faso no omo refineries and omo tank farms and omo jetties inti sa no mo pese omo ye Ghana, but they want to build 3 refineries, a few friends storage. Again, the aim is say about 900,000 barrels per day, and refining within this enclave. Now, and no any aim sa TVET technical vocational education. Omudi sika bebre ehye mu no se ne be ya omo ko technical school no even omo ko secondary school a normal SHS ni crap no they will benefit from it because over 780,000 jobs a day if you do any a friend saying for information amenya no as long as a friend said we interested so it's not solely for Ghanaians because I'm not sure said they will get 780,000 Ghanaians a year qualified in the field, right? And so you're qualified, not so if you be now you're interested you can actually go online and make phdc.gov.gh Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, and also the online one typing in Ghana Petroleum Hub. Okay. Now, yeah, one say what they want to do. They say they want to use the AFTA, African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Now, a friend saying, baby, Africa, set oil prices, no. Fuel prices, ne gas price, ne man, because they say ni na fi outside, eneba. right? Because again, you need hub. There's no hub in Africa. None. But because of say Ghana, yes, center of the world, Nintino, and all that it means, ne say, semi ebia, so be war Bolivia, or be war Argentina, or be Brazil. That's a sort of fat oil Rotterdam, or back Ghana, Emebuano, because ne travel, and chanu do ho.
Distance, yeah.
And only take advantage of countries a war a friend saying the West Coast, no, make our West Coast, and yet West African kwa, but you quite see a crown, a Bibia, Congo, Nini, make a kaka,
Africa.
What's it?
It's a crack with South Africa.
Aha. More oil or honeyano. To me the oil naba Ghana, Ababa refining. Na yaye. And what they want to solve, they say they want to solve a friend saying there's more or less a disconnect between the upstream and the downstream. Maybe a two oil no crude, a Brent crude no, and a omo use ewo crude no, because one you two oil na I see the come be no call refine it or refine we are near koto if you mo ho and then cry into oil. We just sell the Brent crude out, and then we buy a kind of thing. Will be auto oil you be out, so it can be Saudi, it can be Rotterdam.
Maybe there's a thing there. A geek, how they manipulate this.
Yes.
Wow, oil, but finance.
Well, so we need refinery. So again, they want to bridge the upstream, downstream with a middle stream. Now, middle stream in a hub, no.
Country
Ghana. I'm the information. Yeah. It's a consortium. Again, the entire mebo amani and as I make one say first na me movement. But I mean who say baby because I heard about the 60 billion. I'm say a better na nkofo raise 60 billion because $60 billion so and yeah you can say 60 billion Ghana cedis. $60 billion a scheme we do. But last week, again, the first phase, has started. And now we crap the intercram me person me decide we to air crown say. So we will be a oasase the western region. It can be western region, western of the American say ma winning ko home. Either say we to be aka home or they to be kind of man in na ho. And now say pebito, right? So unibia pebito, but I will be there bohobai because one, the whole area is going to change, and I'm not sure. So what's here? They even talked about an airport in the western region between western and central region. What's here?
Doesn't airport that's it. Once you cry here and only kind of thing.
That is.
I've been asking them this flaky.
That is.
Kumasi you cry one side thing and then I
Kumasi too. Kumasi they say friends saying international saying in Chesa.
Oh, I check one side here. I check.
International Kumasi international.
Ah, one class over you Kumasi.
And your best is CSB.
And one is that here.
David. Kumasi international port in Chesa. Say for a contractor for a and no crab Sika no crash sign delay because of COVID in Tibet. Well, hopefully it will move on. But again, I am excited about Sahara Hubway, and so we are interested. Not so field anymore. Anybody that is in the oil field, you don't even have to be in the oil field because there's jobs for everybody. Construction in say we interested ma we need alcohol. They've built 4 ports around the area. Disc golf, I know sir a friend saying takradi say almost see port for amo friend is saying they've built another port one chain and 2 other ones be almost see because say a friend saying tuna you didn't be or Ghana no do na fi disc off eneba which is again on the western region side ho eneba and you know I think say if this can go as well as it's going, because again machi program no but I mean who contract be at say last week come sign contract until I make one some and come and sign contract there. I was kind of playing the waiting game to see say a beba so and I say maso, but for now dear I am getting on the bus to actually.
You are playing for the best. You are playing for the best.
Yeah. I'm actually getting on the bus to see. And Tiabusia for say, be a Western region. That's it. As a CBA, a Kwanda Hua. It's on par with the may have something as a friend saying DJ Ras a quack you my because it's already on takra takrade or for so, but I really think sir it's one of the good stories it's out there that really people need to understand, because say and this is only one of Enema or more yet on the petroleum side, because one say you drill na say you the Brent crude no command crop for na you nya home fa so bia na chess ade na ye no, you know, where's the upside into, you know, even having a petroleum hub no there, because they will have a petrochemical a year or maybe to say in or maybe to say agriculture fertilizer, because almost see fertilizer machine a fertilizer factory instead of say import fertilizer if you baby no ebeje fertilizer no sack a inimia enclave name a fee coal tar other byproducts, other byproducts, you know, because of some more refined oil we are near becoming no for business, other kind of saying, you know, business solutions need to know. What's it?
Benefit. According to stars, one benefit.
On my benefiting.
Centmano, 5% on the Entmano.
Oh, okay. Okay. Petroleum product there. I was thinking, say a friend saying, man, kunum the committee.
Oh, the on the Entma.
On the Entma. Okay.
Dimas, I'm for autonomy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wax, you know, right? Wax print, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's a good thing. So I mean, again, I'm hoping and making so who will be one. You don't have to be in direct business in the petroleum. You can just be around and benefit from it, because in Grofo Baba Ejuma or how that's even we a caterer crown and I say shoemaker and I say I mean now we biano, because of say nipa bahono eventually we be benefit if him say you see we architect mason tailor because of say we enclave you know, your life is going to drastically improve and change, because ubenya bibia so we knew oil sector no crown just if your friend saying oil crap, you don't have to even be in oil, but you can be a tycoon for it. But me person me the information website and to a PHDC Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. There's an act I back act near 1053, a parliamentary act 1053 and 1053. The entire who he say if there's an act back in it, aban bi obebebiano ontimi nsesa imrano because enya ban sika no modo it is a private sector led idea. So I mean aban mu na so sika 60 million can want some 60 billion can want some now the back question but as long as me abuama enyuma abano the numbers of job are almost can want some no I really hope say it will pan out because even saying 700,000 jobs crowd so munya 80,000 jobs crowd now and yen koda 80,000.
Yeah, okay, well, I hope so. I'm information number out. I'm a nipa graduate.
Yes.
Yes. The course you know between
yes.
I'm one quarter from the way the kind.
Yeah. And this is it.
I'm ranting any hope.
Sir.
Yeah, Kenya never be ama.
Yeah.
One of my information number out. Mama for me.
Yeah. But yeah, over to me, I share website and so YouTube or the Ghana Petroleum Hub ebeba information do one now here no I think says going to be there. So information be on us away nya call a phdc.gov.gh ne so a omo a contact number I'll be to me a contact for upe say upe juma cry na ube to me apply online na ni omo wono omo to me e the amount it's a government led but enye aban sika enti enye you can say enye aban juma na ukoye private man ejuma enti no ko na so wanko uko no anye ejuma yes so yeah obepamo. I think we have to put this up because most of the time no nipa dodo na no onimsa aban ejuma nti okwa akodi nsehunu wo hono so we nya aban ejuma. This is straight business, oil business. Or Rotterdam area. Na se opeso wabre na peso Ghana. This may be the time. Let's just all rally around it and get ahead of it because within a few years and then 2-3 years as they are hoping say in the next 5 years they will pick up all the refineries like Abeshasi. Almost see friends almost see 12 billion contract no sign no the first they are almost at January 2025 according to information friends saying Sika timelines on the Maya no there's site clearing October and then everything starts in January. But again, it's the first phase, 3 phases. The hope they say each phase will have a capacity to refine 300,000 liters. So the first phase 300,000 liters, the second phase 300,000, and then the third phase is also 300,000, making it 900,000 liters per day. For and yet oil a too. This is a refinery job. Oil a too, a refinery job. I just want to put this information out. Bawa, when you say also can be before because we record stock market. Okay, all right. Yo, obviously, mama me entwa juma me yeso. Maybe I will be ano bichiao. Me da say when ya bre ama me na ene yedi enkomo. I'm hoping say menu me but I try menu me say about they are not just we are in business. What they are we'll see what happens. Let's try. All right. My song is not singing. My song is not singing. All right. Into aso. Ebusia, this next segment, a pese, and net minoye, this next segment of my program, and mino eba beka kasa about investment in the stock market, investment in the stock market. um I would may say I will not get too technical with in some American. I will not get too technical with in some American. But meka in some no send as some mekano. Minim say yemudu do no and the youth in particular. Do no invest in the crypto. Ebusua enye cryptocurrency asem and I'm able can because I'm not an investor in a cryptocurrency, and like I always say, dear mania no, I mean nim ho asem no. Eya na me pesa me de beto. I know say I know say dodo na no again. Many people are interested in crypto. That a lot of folks are interested in crypto, but I have no idea. I'm not a savvy crypto investor, so please, I can't say forgive me if I'm not speaking your language, but me person me cash stocks once, and I'll try to generalize as much as possible. Me imagine fidie so end stocks now. So that's not the idea. We person what investment, how to invest in the stock market, asset and crap no. The way juma and so we'll call to way and also to way name how it works, right? How it works. Into obi etia mena so say memfa a business dailies no treasury bill in your man to yenti mama me fanto and then inflation rate eguso a 23.1 for May. Policy rate 29%. Bank of Ghana for Ensasano. Treasury bill 91 days there. It is an now. Last week the end this week the same. Actually 3 weeks straight. It stayed, the numbers is literally stayed the same except for a few 1 cent of being in maybe, but it's literally the same. And 91 days now started from 23.41 through 24.86. 182 days the 26.63 through 26.80. 364 days the 21.74 through 27.78. So we call forex now. Ghana cedi to dollar 14 cedis 58 pesos according to Bank of Ghana. I always want to put this disclaimer because I know I'm giving you what that Bank of Ghana calls on website in some information may boy also FX British pound 18 cedis 44 pesos. Canadian dollar 10 cedis 61 pesos. Last week 10 cedis 60 pesos. Euro no 15 cedis 65 pesos. Now, treasury bill, maybe American treasury bill was some as part of the trading a placeholder investment. So that's all your investment, especially in the stock market. I do need a touch ni say who GDA say top business, a part of a business, right? You're going to be a part owner of a business. Entina water stock, no? So or stock market now. It is all Udu Sika share stock market anymore. You become a part owner of the business. Na near woman say, Oto a company shares na shares no asem coon. So we flow 200,000 shares. Utomu ba kwa na so utomu mienu a mienu no make you part owner of the business. You better 10 or part owner of the business. You better 100 part owner of the business. You better 1,000 part owner of the business. You better 10,000 part owner of the business. We now more voting rights. War kind of saying so move vote to but normally no share obia share any vote like so one share or one vote but you tell someone can no 2 shares or 2 votes normally in an ideal situation be how make us say uni share uni you can say uni shares be dia untimi vote and you know again but normally no one share one vote you know obia a part owner of a business now so who invest in our stock market now you can literally go to your broker omo brokers stock brokers omo ebeboa ma top stocks ni bi and now say and then no yeah computer savvy na so onim computer mu a call online Robinhood app our phone so ubetimi the esua trading and now say wajumam or 401k na say either say Vanguard 4 and a running and now Charles Schwab and now say Fidelity 4 and a running ubetimi a log in to our account now I set up your friends a brokerage account a bema wo kwan wa wedi dwa what stocks and in your or marketing now my main CSA the growth rate of stock say say annualized growth rate say on year biano the rate stock no enyi no ni etwam no etwam o ja say ni ebeba china no adi ni ebesi china obi anim ni ebesi china no obi anim ni ayenim ni etwam no and into normally we use the past information na ye wo no ni ayehu senia market ne perform ye no eno na yegina so edeka okay adie medemu ko hyemu a ebia ebeboa me impempi no amika asem ncho impempi no obi de ntia na me yesa show yi ni se ye nkrofo Ghana for dodo na no e de omo ho akoka nkrofo bi a ye from MWay for na a pyramid scheme no more ton insurance among nkrofo one me nka say ye ana say nye ba mpese wo te ade na wo ye na se so wunimi a na se wotie me show ya cha you will know say one I don't recommend anything and two main control say nye bibi ana say ye I will explain the process to you now what do I do for whom we say okay ade me ya ebebo me ana say mo ame because obia ye nyina no ye nim ochina sem I mean ka sense way because here pa ye nim ochina sem ntie bia me ka cho so ade we ya enye no ochina di ama wa ntie me no ochina di ma wa me di untro o ta say ena nkrofo nso etie show no nso no edoso obia na ni situation owom obi wo ha na fei ena wa hya ase odi be 2022 afei no wa hya adwuma ase ono ne condition ene obi a wedi ye friends and sister obara retire no me mamu mumienu nyina the same recommendation ma obi a because conditions ne nyɛ nti no me ba radio so na sɛ me ne wo kasa nea menyɛ ne sɛ mɛka sɛ sei anaasɛ sei na mmom nea meyɛ ne sɛ mɛkyerɛw adeɛ no ani so nti dodoɔ naa no ɔbɛka kyerɛw sɛ ɔmo biribi a ɔmo frɛ no index market a ɔmo invest ɛwɔ mu yɛka sɛ index a ɛyɛ stock exchange no right stock market no ɛna ɔmo index ɛka ne sɛ ɔmo index okay mame nkyerɛ aseɛ ka sɛ index nti yɛmfa ne sɛ ɔmo obi a ɔmo frɛ no Nikkei 225 ɛne yɛ Japanfoɔ deɛ Japanfoɔ ɛwɔ 225 companies bi a ɔmo monitor ɔmo de ɔmo agu basket baako mu ɛna ɔmo monitor ɔmo progress nti sɛ ɔmo yɛ adeɛ a na ɔmo aka so yɛ friend saying company wei yɛ adeɛ company wei nyɛ adeɛ sei Uber US ha ɔmo wɔ Dow 30 ɔmo wɔ Nasdaq 100 ɛna ɔmo wɔ S&P 500 na S&P 500 me ne kyerɛ ne sɛ S&P 500 ne kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔmo afa 500 top companies a ɛwɔ US ɔmo performance ɛna ɔmo de hwɛ top 500 companies ɛwɔ US ɛna ɔmo de egu basket baako mu ɛna ɔmo hwɛ ɔmo performance na nea ɛwɔ mu ne sɛ afi anaasɛ bosumi a ɛwɔ mu anaasɛ kɔta a ɛwɔ mu yi company wei ɛnyɛ adeɛ a yɛtumi yi nea ɔnyɛ adeɛ no film ne yɛde nea ɔyɛ adeɛ no aba bɛhyɛ basket ne mu ama na nea mmerɛ ɛwɔ saa investment no ho ne sɛ ayɛ sɛ nua panyin a ɔno nea ɔyɛ ama waa ne sɛ ɔhwɛ nkurɔfoɔ companies 500 a ɛyɛ adeɛ wɔ ɔman no mu a US man no mu a na ɔde Sika a invest ɛwɔ saa companies no mu ama nti wo no wonyɛ adwuma bi a nea wote akyire ɛna wogye fans nea woyɛ ano no wote akyire na wogye fans na nea ɛwɔ mu ɛne sɛ companies no bi ɛnyɛ adeɛ a right you mu film yeah the full aba abɛhyɛ ɛno ne yɛfrɛ no index nti the index no S&P 500 S&P companies na Standard and Poor S&P no Standard and Poor and S&P no ɔmo afa 500 companies na ɔmo group ɔmo ɛna ɔmo de ɔmo gu basket mu nti no saa index yi no utimi tobi sɛ ebi a ɛnɛ S&P 500 no one index ne bo $5,475 ebi de akyire US dollars 10 cents de akyire obetumi aka sɛ okay mini 5,000 we say me to move $50 or Derek menye bi ato ana the answer is yes ebi beka say me wo 200 menye bi ato ana the answer is yes obi wo beka so mikra 1,000 menye bi ato ana the answer is yes you are buying a portion of 500 companies because to a portion of it and just say Microsoft the film and away the Google account there be so 500 companies ni na no a good basket team na mo bo na 5,475 so who Sika $500 or $500 no obeto a proportionate amount of I kind of saying stock no and instead of say be one stock no ubetimi enya maybe to say a tenth of it, right? We knew one whole stock, but a tenth of the stock. That's the index market. Now, companies here may which is the Schwab Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and Fidelity no. Omo ewo symbols bi a eno na ye omo index market no. Nti index market na no S&P 500 companies na omo no instead of say omo beton S&P the whole S&P na ma no. Omo set up account nkete a obi abenye bi ato nti instead of sending bo no e be call 5,000 omo de no omo timi ton bi $20 omo timi ton bi 200 omo timi ton bi 500 omo timi ton bi 1,000 ne keka ka ho nti no say no bi na wo pa you are still invested in the index market. You're still invested in the index market. And you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just watch your money be, for instance, invested in the account. Now, there be out na a TV who over to say, yeah, can say ABR and then the Dow grew by 13%, 0.13%, right? 0.013%. Nasdaq grew by 0.66%, and S&P 500 grew by 0.27%, 0.27%. And then it will grow for unya. Now, etimiko na nim, etimiko na chi. Right? Growth ni etimiko na nim, etimiko na chi. In PMP, no. If if you're in for a year, more than 5 years, and after 10 years, you have time for it to go through its cycle. It has a cycle, the down times and the up times. Into ABR now, for instance, 2020 COVID buy 2022. Russian Ukraine war ni buy no. So we invest a long term. We can bet me through the cycle. But say we be a we need that na de be a we share the we can entimi enyi ma because imudu do na no sika no a call from one na ye pese yi sika film and so o to the fan say ma to index market ABR to $220. NASA and then above from to $200. Me sika film I may lose $20. But so me jam sika shum NASA fi 220 equal 200 na equal 210 equal 230 equal 240 a ebe 240 no I feel na me gain me $20 no what I say but until say met nemu ache ama na kodu 220 no me nya misika no by mududu na no the first sight of any EBR no can I say first sight of any downturn piano sika film which again is your option, but you don't want to do that. If you want to be in the market, you want to have a long-term mindset in the stock market. Now Meshada Meshasi and Mekabi say who invested our stock market anymore. You buy a portion of the business into index now what on a say S&P 500 S&P 500 maka maboso you were Dow 30 biggest companies growth companies are almost so ya de no omo de no any down no ubetimi ato no bi now say ukọ online na ubetimi ahwehwe index market index symbols no na wato ebiom. I'm not here to sell you anything, so I'm not even going to suggest. And I say me mo bi so ncho wow so pe bi ato a online na kwhwe ne ewo mu ene say impempi no omo ton insurance no omo nsem a e na omo ka ene say omo nsem a na omo ka ne say index market, from and this happens all the time. This happens all the time. When you be online is on. All right, this happens all the time. I say from ABR, no, I bought 19 from the inception of S&P 500. It has grown at the average rate of 10%. I say from 1875. Now S&P near $4.86 cedis. 86 pesos. And I can 86 cents. $4.86. A chassis no. $4.86. Time a chassis no. Into that time no. So to S&P index market back share back one. Anka ubeton $4.86. And then S&P do 5,000 bakuno ne bo ne $5,475 over 1871 there over 100 years so number 1875 over 100 years, okay, 100 and something years, and then do 5,000 $5,475 into investment of $4.86 no, and then and kebe fetcho 5,775. Now on the average growth no 10%. Normally as someone make a cho no. Abusia mama man no kra wom. Shada nam ka say na me pese me church ade we ase. The kra wom ni say ampa on the average from 1871 abc no. Average rate 10% growth. Now, so from 1871 all the way to 1952, from 1871 all the way to 1952. Oh, 4 cedis 50 something pesos no. Now the value no if 4 cedis or $4.86 pesos no. Aba do 25 $40 cents. What does that mean? It means so $4 and I say $5 and I invest here and can say I bought home. What did I say? $5 now bought home. So you've got about let's say 200% and I said 300%. Me should say 500%. Me should say 500%. But let's just say so when you're home 500%. That's from 1871 to 1952 no. Almost 100 and something. Almost 81 years old. 81 years. 81 years. No crowd mon no. Now, sa index market ya etimi kosoro na bafom na kosoro na bafom na kosoro na bafom. Me kai pa say before the bubble burst I can say from say time millennium millennium bug 2000 buy no index market Dow S&P if 14,436 those are 9,004 if 1,446 and can you say if he 1,005, right? A buyer be do 1,400, per crowd be do 800. 1,005, a buyer be do 800. A buyer be do 800. A buyer be do 800. Meaning, say one pick a long-term approach to investing now. Right, one pick a long-term approach to investing now. Ebedu baby no, Sika no, ebe kosho na ba from kra from 1,005 to 1,005 to 870. In Chasi womu and say you lost about 50%, 50% of Usika. 50% of Usika. Investment, you lost about 50% of it. But eventually, a san kosro, I could do 15,005 nebium. Now, 2008 bubble no, a buy no market crash no buy no. Instead of say, but I could do 875 no. In the market crash no, a buyer be do 825. Now, time na I can say market no was slow, and then 1,005 no, and 1,005 no. This time a year 31st July 2000, and then was slow. The 1st July 2000 all the way to 2008 bubble no best day. Your money went from 1,005 came down to 875 to 1,004 and back down to 825 or 24. Into within a span of 8 years, you see, can who grow for BR? You see, can who grow for BR? Right? But a biome, Osha average there. Becca say from time chassis which was 1875, BC and there and I want to go back because many information be am person verify. Kobo said from 1875 no BC 1952 no. Average rate is 52%. It's 10%. And yet 10%. And yet 10%. So annualized rate. I can say annualized rate. I can say. I feel from year on year beyond. Now rate, from 1871 to 1952, now the annualized rate is 2%. Now, if you reinvested your dividends are now 7.6%. If you reinvested your dividends are now 7.62%. Now, this is without calculation of inflation say me factor inflation wo mu dia growth no from 1871 to 1952 no 1% with inflation beshimwa with the dividend change and I said me reinvesting my dividend it gave me an interest of 6.58% annually, right? So on an annualized rate return, that was what it was. Now I'm not saying say yeah, I'm not saying yet. Again, that me and yet and who here say make a choice say yeah, I'm not saying yet. That's not the aim. Nemu person me twa adwen esi bibi so. Nti masan fa numbers ni biom. Afa fi 2000 the year 2000 June 2000 about BC 2010 just to calculate it. So yeah, range now the amount now between 2000 and 2010. The growth rate without inflation, they are negative 2.95%. Negative 2.95%. Because the catch was a few 1005 about 875 and the sign call through to 8,004 the sign bar down to 824 said Bibisa. And you always see a say Obi catch us say into annual growth rate of 10% a year or more past historical a performance. Among historical performance. Now, historical performance, and bad because a chiro ni echo. Now, so the Korea woman say, idea way I hear with the investment in any man I hear and yet ye may trimun casam investment now. Ya kan wa sem sisi ya na nye tirim ni ya boni aka so where say share information a ewo ho ene kwan a ebe fa so a ebe boan enti we look at the whole numbers from green to green. From green to green. Maybe a chassis fee, and baby ababa do. Now, in the 2000s, ABC and Neno, the stock market has drastically, kind of say, grown, right? The growth in the stock market has been very good, right? There's been a steady growth in Tianeno. So the ne share market in there. That's all the year calculation. One here, Ubejina so at the make a decision for China. Na the India America say ye nim ye besi China no enti no so obi ka bibia cho say oh wait me to insurance na insurance na oto no busumi bia no my sika say na osika no ye dey share index market mu ama on the average index market no grow 10%. Na ne wo mu ne say let me draw straight line graph amount. Let me draw straight line graph amount. Say, Afibia benya 10%. Now me straight line graph amount say Afibia benya 10%. Maybe I'll could do any performance of the stock market nankasano. Any straight line, any pet. Any pet. Because Afibi is sunny. Afibi we kosoro, afibi we kofom, afibi we kosoro, afibi we kofom. 2020, 2020. No, obia ni oda dream say that. Say bibi the COVID beba. Yen who be that? Yemres ye who be da yenti be da. And so in the 1900s, early part of 1900s, make 1905, 1906, 19, friends said 10, 1920. Now every 5 years, be omunya pandemic. Every 5 years, be omunya pandemic. And the omunya pandemic, obiye ni made so somewhere. COVID by omo ye juma hospital kra no munim. No munim ni somewhere. Doctor 4. I mean from crazy. Omo we. Because for so long we hadn't had any pandemic. And America, say, yes, it's easy to look at historical trends and say, the friends saying the Dow or the S&P 500 has grown at a rate of 10% and RCBB. And the Sika shemwa, the probability is 10% was strong. Now, me shall say that can be a friend Nikkei. Nikkei ni a friend say Japan for almost stock market. Japan for stock market. Almost shall say 1950. In 1990, around 1990, and I can say 89 stock market. Japan 89 stock market. A koya fee 150 no koya could see 3,900. Oh, I'm sorry, 38,916. Pachotio Nikkei 225 no. 50 time a share na ye $144 no. Dollars as I'm making. A koya could see Japanese yen, Japanese yen, 144 Japanese yen. A koya index market to know. A koya could see 38,000 in 1989. 38,916. Japan. That's just also from 1950. You could see 89 the year. Japan stock market was over 1,000. I can't say almost 2 million %. From 44 yen to 38,916 yen. Between 1950 through 1989. Less than 39, less than 40 years. Less than 40 years. Now, what has happened since then? And then Nikkei, and then 1989, then Nikkei 38,916. And then Nikkei price 39,610 yen. And then Nikkei 39,607. Omo market no active running is a CRC can say because I feel na adia chiom I kind of say Japan in numbers na me no as a sam fan chemi because omo Nikkei no I feel na sha say stock market na tum but omo no by this time omo trade. It's 1989 Nikkei 225 na 39,916 yen. A call from BC 5,000 from 38,000. No, A call from one bedu 5,000. And then I pick him until from 89 to 2024 year it will mean almost another 30 years, right? I think 89 to now 35 years, right? 35 years, you know. I think a Nike Efi 38,916. Aqua could do 39,000. $35 years old. The growth rate is less than 0.02%. Near bank the mount crowd. In Tibium, yes, the index market is there. America's economy has been very good for a long time, and it's promised that ebe could be account. Now so be the Sika share index market more. The China say or bet our economy no so. Say ebe cross run now say ebe form. Ebe cross run now say ebe form. Sika ebi ebe cross ebi ebe form. Sika. The person me catch on say there are no guarantees in life. There are no guarantees in life. A friend saying, Warren Buffett ne Charlie Munger be catch us say. So we catch us say, I'm very sure about something. I saw start to Mika. So Johnny. So no be yeah, they'll see, oh wait, when the end leader, it's time for you to run. I can't say run and no, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because minim say mudu do no mo te me da asia brown no mama mo kra bi so na ebeye se mo beti ade na mo di musika na shemu na ase insurance is supposed to be insurance and yet you find investment and so no it's a free BVUL and I can say IUL is a BBC index variable universal life and index universal life. If you mean cancer too, but me person what tear DNA question us. Say index market, you know. It is based on the companies now on my fund. It's based on the companies now on my fund. My messages, baby. Back of you, Tema African markets, or say great service to the community as always live at Tema Market. I must say we do video no at all. Obibini Ken George say greetings, bro. I say please, which stocks are the best currently? Ken George, mean to me more stocks so intro and you may if you say mini sa can say kwanya me to me I catch us set away and I sent away. Now make a choice say share company up so invest to first of all it's so who company no so invest to stock market more one, you have to understand the market, the business that you are investing in. And stock market, you have to accept it. Say, I'm putting money in and risking my money. It can give me a lot of money. It cannot. I mean, there are challenges that come with it. This is brabo. Udio bura, and you be an audio bura, unya faso. There are a few protections. How bit me, I do see Kashimaka say, Upeto insure against so losses in but that's a conversation for another day. But one, be knowledgeable about maybe our person investing. So unim company no now unim nia omo ye now oti business na sia udun sika shemu a ubehu se ene ekosho na se ekofom a de nti ekofom ne de nti ekosho se nya de anyo bi na begina chi aka cho se gofo omo nya de nti you sika film but me catch se e bia ko invest was our stock market to mu a for instance our stock we mu a na sɛ ɔmo nya ade ana sɛ edu time sɛ so use sika fi mu a ma nka nkyɛw na sɛ osika akɔhyɛ mu abia no wahyew sika no nti sɛ metie fidie so paa deɛ fa kyɛ me nya deɛ metumi abɔ company bi so ama I can give you a general idea sɛ is fa sika ɛhyɛ market ni mu anaasɛ biribi but paa sɛ mɛka so towe ana towe deɛ mentumi nkasa nkyɛw Ebusia, no wedding come on, a cook, I can call bear 2 hours. I can't send me be brave. I'm hoping, sir, the drona ya cano. Ube to me, a used to be. I'm interested in the stock market. Only broker. That's all per broker. Ube to me. I consult to broker na or advice so and now say call online now Vanguard a free trade almost trading a free well do na a free na Schwab auto stocks nibia and ETFs are a free a free Fidelity ti o bi emubia na wait me at the ashasi sɛ uni US na sɛ UK anaasɛ biribi a UK nso Vanguard and I think it's the same policy hwɛ ɛhɔnom it's a Robinhood app and also a free service. The only thing is Robinhood omo that mami mouse I think I can at least do this. Nti omo website bi a and this is for King George omo website bi a emma key figures are yɛde editor stocks and no ne editor stocks but wohwɛ it's the beginning place baby ya with me ahyase if you a website a magic formula, right? Magic formula. Is that it? I think it's magic formula screener. Yeah, magic formula screener. Ubechimi use some free service. Joe Greenblatt the page or a listing of all the top companies now your friend saying one varying a idea for the past 5 years or like or the data in now magic a formula screener magic formula screener into magic to say MAGIC formula of course with a and yet RBRA magic formula screener Osheswa companies do now so you can pick by industry you can pick baby I will feel comfortable no over to me ashona or they are starting. It gives you the PE ratio, the dividend yields, all that information is there. A starting point. And you know, some fan stock, maybe. It's a starting point. And then all the chassis, person researcher, hold on, chassis fee. Call trading views, trading views, trading views, trading views, and so allow more. You can say graph amount information be brave. Morning Star, but you have to subscribe to it. And now say call a MSNBC business and now Yahoo Finance, Ubehu company no information Morningstar, Yahoo Finance, Google, what is it? Google Business, I think. Google Business. And then MSNBC. MSNBC is also a good site in T. Use these sites to start. Use that as your foundation idea. I bet me going forward. I think these are some of the resources that I can give you. Short of telling you, say, koto we and us, koto we and us, koto we. Yeah, that's how best I can give you. Abusia, and then I can't say me brave. No, I say unya brave my oni edi say jumedi. Next week, I don't know when say that's what in Kwemwa. You have a twasso, and I have a feeling, say, after next week, I have to be gone for a bit. I have a feeling, say, after next week, may them kakra. When whom so mentimi ama mo fan cheme. Enye boapayo. Mentimi ama mo fan cheme. Say me ye course be. Say me ye course be. Semi course be etire nyanti ye die esese egususu esese egususu ade sa se ebre edomina se mo bra meba be show no ba mayidem kakra show no the show must go on. Is it advisable to buy and just leave it or pay monthly? Kennedy Mahatman. So a question I would be saying is a very good, very good question. We were only 1 minute. And I think second part, which is the dollar cost average, meaning every month to be able to scale gumu and a friend dollar cost average. The dollar cost average I think is okay. It's very good because you get the lows and you get the highs. So a cost utobi performance out to me to be on a monthly basis, I think it's good. So this kind of shemu say ujahwa it may not benefit you as much as it should. So I would say if you're doing a dollar cost average, which is say buying every month to be is definitely going to help you. Abusia, and I'm a day and no baby I will be in Chakassia and I'm a day but I say unyamre na uni edi jumedi bidi edi ura derek joining you remember what I say na edi sika sem ho enkomo emfa can say china next week yame adom do me ya ebesa ehia makra